Good morning, America. This is your good friend, Dr. Turi. Now, first thing I'm going to do is to refresh your memory. Today we are the 22nd. Tomorrow is the 23rd, which is one of the dates that I gave. And the last SOS publicized window will be for September 30th. Okay. Now, if you like my work, and if you like to read my newsletters, we have a deal for you. All right, so it's a super deal, and you can read all the detail and click on the links. All you got to do, again, is to read the newsletter, and it's right at the top, so you cannot miss it. So, in fact, I'm going to read it for you. Since these are my last publicized articles, join Patreon, okay, and get a free 30-day trial to join our VIPs to read the full content of all my future Cosmic Code newsletter in the Cosmic Code private website. So you're not going to get just my newsletter now. You're going to get all our forecast and all the things that are only for our VIPs. Now, there is no limit to this special deal. Understand that. Every time you pledge at the end of the month, okay, you automatically get another free 30 days on the Cosmic Code. The only thing you have to do if you don't want to be left behind, of course, is to let Terania know that you pledged again, even though that we'll see it. It's a good idea if you keep on top of everything, so you get your gift. Okay, so you got to do that by emailing Terania. Okay, so keep up with all that good stuff. And once you are in Patreon, of course, more goodies, discounts of my readings. God knows what we're going to do. Or there are videos, maybe, I don't know just yet, will come your way. So that is your pledge to show that you like Dr. Turi and to show that you support my work. So, a little omen here. Pay attention. Nothing happened by accident. Okay? I'm teaching you how to learn the power of omens. So let's say, for example, you're discussing a deal with somebody and you're all excited, where we're going to make millions. And the next thing you know, you hear a bunch of dogs going, woo, 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 woo. Or some crow going, don't sign that deal. You need to pay attention to the superconscious in time and space, which is giving you all the omens, all the signs that you need if you learn to listen and build up more psychical awareness. We are in the process with the age of Aquarius of understanding, learning, and appreciating the extraordinary, not just UFOs. UFO is just part of one of the game. It's much more. In fact, very soon now, I'm going to be in Los Angeles teaching whomever shows up out there the power of the subconscious and how to read the omens, not just doing your fate and reading your sign and telling you where the dragon is going to affect you for the next 2 or 3 years ahead of you. Again, if you're interested in you in LA, just you have the email, you have the telephone, join us. It's very soon now. Okay. All right. So, this SOS to the world deadly window, as mentioned many, many times before, is a representation of Nostradamus' 16th century divine astrology methodology. So, like the great prophet, I use quatrains. Again, I don't have to worry about the Inquisition cooking me. So I can be very honest, very direct, very real. Like I say, for example, Earth's entrails split above. I mean, if you don't see a volcano in this sentence, then you got a problem. So, so there are 3 SOS to the world. Each one of those SOS to the world bring a very powerful cosmic wind that translate into the news, which are also made easily for you to assimilate with the keywords that are more than obvious when I say earthquakes. And then the next thing you know, 2 6 and 6.3 earthquake happened on that window. So, you know, it doesn't take a genius to really relate to my work. So this SOS to deadly window is still operational. The strength is coming tomorrow, the 23rd. That's the date that I gave on my radio show with Rob a couple of days ago, and other radio show that I did in the past. Same story, you know. If I want to prove my claim to you, you will have to be curious and use a lot of critical thinking and start to investigate. So this SOS to the world, a deadly window, produced nasty news because, remember, Pluto is the base of the reptilians. So when their very specific plutonic winds are in charge, that's where more than usual drama, death, you know, all the police news will come your way. So what I'm trying to tell you here, when I said the police news, and next thing you know, police captain get killed following a traffic stop, I mean, you got to pay attention. I cannot be more direct, more honest, more real, and more accurate than that. After that, I have to walk on water. All right. Right. So let's look on the current news here. Medical situation leaves 3 dead in Pittsburgh. Apparently, those guys who were wearing some orange things, it's obvious that they were in a party somewhere, and then they were trying some drugs, new drugs, and there you go. Next thing you know, they died. You know, I tell you, be careful what you do, what you say, where you go, what you ingest during one of these SOS to the world plutonic window, because you are going to be part of the statistic. And I'm giving you the proof again. Now you can go to the September 21st and read the other nasty, dramatic news that took place on the window, which is associated with it. Because, you know, I don't want to write these newsletters all the time. So I'm trying to, as long as the window lasts, to give you a date, all that happened, and then a video, and then all the news, a date, and then another video. So this is what you're going to get when you go and click and simulate all this information. And if you want to read the news that I mentioned, then the links are live. So go and look, read the news now with your human eyes. Read the news with your third eye. Understand what's going on behind everything, because there are no accidents. And you go, three people dead because of the reptilians letting these people to congregate together in a party somewhere or somehow. I don't know what it is exactly. You have to click on the link and read what happened in Pittsburgh. All I tell you is very cool. It's telling me that's the result of a bunch of people ingesting negative things. That's what the reptilians do. Okay, overwhelmed by the stench of death. Well, keyword death is mentioned, and we are referring, of course, to the result of Dorian, the hurricane I predicted before its formation. Not only Dorian, but all those hurricanes that are constantly cursing us. The date were given, the windows were given on those radio shows and in my newsletter and on YouTube. Okay, so, you know, it's sad. It's sad because now there is thousands and thousands of people that are still out there dead. When I tell you, be careful, you've been warned, as well as to the world deadly window, pay attention and then realize the facts. Don't find excuse, oh, no, it's an accident or it's hurricane season, because I can give you the date for next year hurricane, next 10 years hurricane. Remember, I'm not a psychic. Psychic is a word that I use because of the lack of words. I'm a scientist, a different type of scientist that is using the stars and the knowledge of all the ancient disappeared civilizations that was taken away from you and replaced by the religious infected matrix, which tells you you're going to go to hell if you listen to me or touch astrology, or the scientific infected matrix who wants you to believe one day you're going to live on Mars. So, you know, those people think science is their God. Hey, they're going to turn all atheists. They're going to turn into reptilians, you know, guided by artificial intelligence. In the future, they have no freaking clue what's going on. They're on the verge of that, emerging on that area. Long story that remind me, of course, that the good news about Area 51, bunch of idiots went there, of course, thinking that the government was going to tell them they talk with ETs, they are, handling a specific technology and all the bull, and you've been fed of that bull for years. So it comes Dr. Turi telling you something else channeled directly from an extraterrestrial named Draco. And then you have the right to be skeptical. You have the right to be adapting to those new information, think about it, and challenge your head. That's what it comes down to it. Let's move on. Star Trek Deep Space Nine actor Aaron Eisenberg dies. Famous death. There's more famous death if you look at what happened on the 21st. Okay. So again, I can only give you an idea that why do people famous die during those days? Because millions and billions of other people that are not famous are also dying during those nasty, deadly windows. So it's easy for me to predict the date of a famous person, the date of his death, by giving you the window. And you'll see, if you keep listening, wow, maybe he's right. Maybe you heard about somebody dying, or maybe somewhere, somehow you have to die, not necessarily physically, but spiritually. Okay, like now you dying to the old you, and you becoming smarter, wiser, more spiritual, with more psychical power each time you learn, each time you listen to one of my videos. That's why if you don't do like all these idiots out there, oh, I don't like the title today, I'm not going to listen to Dr. Turi. The title is just to lure you, okay, to lure the people. But there is so much more in any one of my videos. Go back and click on any one of them and just listen. You are going to learn something in each one of those YouTube videos. Okay, let's see. Student 10 calls 911 to report drunken school bus driver in Washington State. Again, the same old story. What type of life this bus driver must have in order to come to work totally drunk and not realizing that he's in charge of kids? That to tell you how depressed, degenerates, confused, or upset all these people are, not to be able to use critical thinking to realize they are in charge of a bunch of kids behind them. I'm telling you, once the reptilians hijack your body, your mind, and your soul, the depression starts, and you spiral down. Then at the end, you end up, if you're lucky, in jail because and you lose your job. I told you, anything you do, anything you do during or say during those windows will follow you for the rest of your life. Remember that. It's extraordinarily real. And then you might have experienced yourself something of the same nature, excuse me, by being offended by one of your friends who has a stinger. Everybody becomes sarcastic and direct during those days. They don't think. Okay, it's very important to pay attention to your words. Look at Roseanne. Look where she was. Look where she is, because during one of these nasty Plutonic windows, she let her tongue go berserk. And no, she's not the only one. A lot of very rich and famous and educated idiots out there are under the jurisdiction of those planets that are handled, manipulated, and used by the reptilians to kill you or to give you a wake-up call that you would never wish on anybody. Imagine that. Imagine losing a position like, Roseanne had, being loved by everybody. Well, Roseanne is a Scorpio, okay? Scorpio is ruled and controlled by Pluto. Pluto is the base of the reptilians. And the Plutonic window is deadly. And Roseanne, energy, Plutonic energy, Scorpionic energy, attracted the experience because of the reptilians stimulate her tongue. She's naturally sarcastic like all Scorpio or Virgos. But during those windows, be careful what you say, be careful what you do, be careful where you go, be careful what you ingest. You'll learn in time, like I did. Florida, 6 years old, arrested, fingerprinted after temper tantrum. Oh my God. tells you, this SOS to the world window affect the police, affect the people that work in security, and then they have to follow the box. Oh, well, that's how it works. You do something wrong, and now this poor kid, 6 years old, totally innocent, during a Platonic window, his entire life now marked because of this freaking idiot who fingerprinted the child. Careful what you do, careful what you say. When you're a 6-year-old, Jesus freaking Christ, give me a break. How can you not be emotionally involved when you see such amount of stupidity? Just because this guy has to respect the rules, okay, and do what is doing with any adults, is fingerprinted this kid. Now he is marked forever in the system. Wow. Yeah, this is too much sometimes for me. Even for me, it's too much. Texas, 3 years old, dies after being left in hot car. How many times in any of my videos in the past, I had to announce you the death of a child left in a car. And the parents are there, oh my gosh, what have I done? How is it possible that I leave my kid behind? Well, the kid is associated to, if it's a woman, with the father, which is in jail full of drugs, or being shot in the gang, God knows what. She's now forced to raise that child. She cannot go out. She cannot educate herself. She lives a life of misery, and she sees the child as the reason of a problem, but she's not seeing the child. She sees the bad guy that she attracted or led by the reptiles, because she was also smoking, drinking, or being young, or being stupid. It's all in the subconscious. I'm telling you, my book, Beyond the Secrets, should be mandatory in every college, university, and accepted as a solid discipline, because these people are now victimized during my windows because they know nothing about the power of the subconscious. I'm telling you, you go to the dentist, it's going to take a long time before you get out. You're going to, oh man, that hurt, and you're not going to leave anything behind. But if you listen to 2 or 3 hours of radio show with Dr. Turi, it's going to go like this. Time goes fast. And if you go see a friend or a family member that you like, you're going to leave your head, your watch, your keys behind, and you're going to come back, oh my gosh, I forgot my keys. But you're never going to think twice. That's your subconscious. You want you to stay. There is so much more. And I'm going to explain all this in LA in a couple of days when I'm going to go there. I mean, I'm surprised that people are not curious enough. How can you lead a safe, productive, happy life if you don't have such cosmic wisdom or cosmic awareness? Or simply be aware of how the subconscious is interacting in your life. I mean, how can you, I don't know, it's impossible, not in my world. So there you go again, and there'll be more. And those people are being punished by losing their children and going to jail, instead of being taught, oh, hey, you know what, here, get Dr. Turi's book now, at least, And if you have a family member, share the book, because they can do the same. They don't know. My gosh, you're so much more than, human being made of blood, flesh, and bones, my friends. So much more than that. But American airline flight diverted after unruly passenger lights up cigarettes. Yell, you're all screwed. The sucker must have been so high, totally infected by the reptiles. Luckily, he didn't have a bomb. Because, a lot of people use this. They use this. That's all. They don't use the little calendar. They are not cosmic coder. They use that when they plan a trip. Oh, it's my birthday, it's my wedding anniversary. Oh, let's throw a party, or let's have a meeting. They only use this calendar. And this calendar does not necessarily tell you what's behind the day and the expectation. And if you are a cosmic coder, very soon you'll understand to respect not only the man laws, but also the laws written in light by God's cosmic design. Amazing, amazing. This robotic fish could be used as an underwater spy. Understand that? That's definitely the draconis, stimulating the mind of scientists to produce technology that can be, used either for good or for worse if the reptilians, hijack the mind of some of these people who handle this technology, like the government. Well, it goes most way. Remember, positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front, the back, gut, double, the yin and yang, reptilians, draconis, 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 feet, the side of the brain. Shh. Which way you gonna go? Light, love, happiness, promoting the future, or feeding the reptilians with feels that they need in order to survive in dark matter. New Gingrich, a secret war is being fought and you may become a target. Well, you're already a target. You're talking about cyber welfare. It's already taking place with Facebook and all these public platform that I'm banned from all of those. You know that. You didn't see me on Facebook anymore. You didn't see me on Wikipedia. They kicked my butt there. They don't like me. Same with LinkedIn, even though that the president said I was one of the best red page. The list goes on. List goes on. So, the cyber warfare is very real. The more you go out there and put your photos, the more you talk, you are a wide open book to the FBI, to the CIA, or to all these reptilians infected corporation out there that study you and watch what you like and then stimulate you to vote, stimulate you to buy their product. And you are so oblivious of what's going on. And then it's very addictive. Remember, the reptilians use technology. It's extraordinarily addictive. My wife and I, we were so pissed off when we got kicked out. But when you look at it now, we have a peace of mind. Our life is not exposed that way on those things. Okay, mind you, YouTube is the same. But you have to be a little bit more careful. YouTube is much too direct. I know there is a lot of FBI agents that are reading what I do, scientists, skeptics, religious people, people from all walks of life are listening and learning, growing, or laughing at my cosmic wisdom. But, only those who are, who have an advanced UCI, an advanced unique celestial identity, or what I call the superhumans, will be able to benefit from my work and my vision. So that's what it is. So that's where we are. So basically, all I'm trying to tell you here is knowledge is power, ignorance is evil. And when those corporations who are well organized and have a lot of money control the information, you're just a peon. You're a peon of a system that it's not exactly working in your favor. So if you're on Facebook, just be careful what you say, be careful what you post, okay? Because if you become too popular or too real like dr.turi, they're going to kick your ass out of there. So just be careful. I'm not sure about YouTube yet, but I'm sure a lot of people are trying to get me out of there. And then I might say goodbye once for all and go fishing, throw it out forever. We'll be happy ever after. I don't know. All right, my good friend, Wednesday, September 25th. So we are talking about few days now, 3 days, okay? I'll be at 637 South Victoria Boulevard in Burbank, California, with my good friend Tom Deinheiser, Coast to Coast AM producer. He's doing that Spiritual Awakening series, and then there's so much I'm going to do. Just go in the newsletter, click on the title, even if you read it before, go back to it. Go back to it and read all I'm going to do, because that is a fraction of what I'm going to offer you. Most of all, I'm going to show you my new UFO slideshow, and that's going to be something that you're really going to enjoy. And then at the end, of course, we're going to do the cleansing of your body, mind, and soul, and do some very specific predictions. I hope I don't have too many people. The idea would be to have like 20, maybe 15, 20, maybe 30 top, because this way I can really take care of each one of you. The more people, the less I can commune with you. But the less people, the more chance for me to dig into your life and channel Draco to heal you. So that's where we're at. All right, my good friend, we come at the end of this broadcasting. I will be back maybe tomorrow, after tomorrow, no sure. Make sure you join Pantheon. Remember the rules. Let me repeat it one more time, my friend. Okay, one more time. And you want to pay attention because you got much more to gain. Okay, since these are my last publicized article, by joining Patreon, you'll get a 30-day trial to the Cosmic Code. Okay, 30-day costs $10. Okay, you're going to pay $10 to join Patreon. Okay, not only you're going to read all those future newsletter in details, everything else, okay, but you're also going to be able to read all the forecasts that are for our VIPs and other things that is in the private Cosmic Code website. Okay, now there is no limit to this special deal, which means every month, anytime you pledge to show your support to Dr. Turi and to stimulate the positive thinking, to work with the Draconis, you automatically get another 30 days on the Cosmic Code. Okay, so the idea is to email Terania. You have her email address there. Once you join or once you pledge, so she can comp you. Unless you email Terania, there is no way. We have to go to Patreon. We have to look for you. You know, we only have 2 people right now, so it will be easy to find you. But when the numbers start to grow, it might be a good idea for you to remember to email Terania if you do not have access to the Cosmic Code. Okay, so that's where we are. This is your deal. This is our gift to you. One more important thing that I forgot to mention. So, on the 29th of September at 7 p.m., just after the new moon, that's where we're going to launch a new regenerative YouTube YouTube show, put it this way. It's called UFOs and Free Psychic Reading for All Signs. Again, remember, there is no way that I can delegate with you, with your future, like I would do on Skype, having your chart in my hand, or what I'm going to do in LA. But it'll be something to those who have no money, those who can't travel, those who are too old, to give their spirit a little boost. So we're going to do this. We're going to start it on September 29th. It's already on YouTube, so make sure that you click on it so you get a warning when we're going to come at 7 p.m. And then that will be done once a week, okay, same time, same day, okay, every Sunday, I guess. And that depends, of course, on my availability, because I'm going to be cruising, I'm going to be teaching. So there will be Sundays that I will not be able to do it. But we will try to keep this on a steady base to help you to regenerate, because this world is going down so fast, and then a lot of people need some help now, and I got to make myself available to everybody. Until then, my good friend, God willing, God bless you, make it a beautiful day, and we see you again, hopefully with not negative, dramatic, terrorist, deadly news imparted by the reptilians using their very specific SOS to the world, deadly plutonic window. Goodbye.